Hello there and welcome back to Out of War. As you can see, we have the snow coming down pretty heavy here in the winter Arctic, and you may notice I am in a new loader here. It is the highest grade loader available in the game at the moment at a cost of about 1.9 million there, and it already feels much more powerful than the previous one I had there, so I'm super happy about that. Now today I want to put this to the test, and I want to get this loader here to clear out this ramp going up this hill that we've been working on. So let's go ahead here and get ourselves a few scoops, and oh yeah, already it is handling this hill immensely better than the previous machine there. It's got a huge bucket on it as well, about a 50 yard capacity there on it, slightly less. But it's about double the power as the previous machine there. Now the only downside here is I'm kind of slightly outscaling my rock truck. It's not going to take a whole pile of buckets really to fill it here, 4 to 5 I believe, and that will be at a max capacity, but it should greatly increase, don't drive off the edge please, but it should greatly increase the speed at which we're kind of getting to the summit of this hill here, this mountain, however you want to call it. It's a little bit dark, let me get some lights on. Ah yeah, that's good, plenty of lights on this machine as you would expect, and it feels good. You may have a new favorite over the L11. Surprisingly, I do like that one. Probably gonna take a little bit of getting used to the actual size of the machine here. It is an absolute beast. May need to clear myself out a little bit more turning room there, or perhaps I'll be able to adjust to it. Alright, let's see if we can take a chunk out of this rock here. Or are we gonna have to blast it? We're making progress. Now I think today I'd really like to kind of get this ramp to the... I'm not sure if we're going to make it all the way up there today, but I would certainly like to make us the vast majority of the way, that is for sure. So I may have to speed some of this gameplay up, or I'm going to be here for a couple of hours I would imagine. So let's get one more full bucket into this. Okay, we're kind of scraping the roof there, going up the hill with half a bucket. So let me take a little bit off the side here, just so I'm not clipping so much as I'm coming down that ramp there. I think we can get one more bucket on there. Yeah, why not? Why not? Doesn't hurt to be greedy in this game. You only get rewarded. Alright, let's kind of keep scraping out this side here, just to make quality of life a little bit easier here. Yeah, I'm really kind of caught for space here. Lots of turning going on, but that's no problem. Need to adjust my camera a little bit here. Let's go ahead and call that rock truck full there. Turn please. Alrighty, let's park that up. There you can see the scale of it. It's when I laid it down beside the previous machine there, it was almost impressive how much bigger that one is. I'm just going to make moving dirt here a whole lot easier. My snowstorm is easing off a little bit, is it? It seemed to be heavier before. It's still coming down there, of course. We'll get ourselves a little clean out then at the facility down there before I finish up. I don't think we've run too much dirt through it recently, but it does build up fast. Got a gold ore. Alrighty, back in position then. Oop, get up. Alright, let's go for a bit of a higher one this time. Clear out some of the way there that the previous machine couldn't get at. Now I have noticed with the game, when you do kind of get these larger machines, it takes a little while to adjust to them. You know, a scaling thing in your mind, I guess, right? You can't, you need to allow extra room for maneuvering. Alright, let's get this bucket low and come in with some momentum. Get some of this rock out of here. Oh, there's all my momentum gone as I turn those teeth down too far into the ground. But she has plenty of power to get up. Do the rest of the work there with the bucket. And we can scrape a little bit of this wall as we're coming up here. Try not to fill the bucket too much. Just remove some of that loose material there. Not sure we're gonna get another bucket onto that. Let's get down there and check if it's overloaded. I think that was 4 buckets there on my loader. Yeah, and it's safe to say that she is full. So my final rack truck upgrade here is going to be at level 50, so we have a little bit of way to go to get there. I need to actually test if this rack truck here will be able to back up into that tunnel. I would prefer to keep this over the 100-ton one, of course, but it all depends if I can fit it into the tunnel there to pair it up with my tunneling machine. So let's give that a go. Let's get the lights on here in this also. It's a little bit gloomy out there, and it will in fact just... Oh, no, we're catching there. However, let me get out here. If I can get out of the truck, it would be a help. Get out my sledge. So, this one here. Oops. The one beside it I got. But I think that will be fine. Can we back up in there? Ah, we can. Very nice. It's very, very close. Just about. That's good news. I can go ahead then and get rid of that older model rack truck there. Or, not older model, but a smaller rack truck. Smaller capacity at least. I would imagine that there is no chance I will get the bigger rack truck into the tunnel. Let's go ahead here and get ourselves another couple of full loads then. Bit of fog around as well. Or is it just dull? I think it might be a dull, stormy day. Or cloudy, I should say. Alright, let's do a little bit of work here on the left then. Just cuts through it like it's nothing. A little bit of an erratic decline down the hill with the machine there. Oh, I'm dangerously close to this edge. Alright, let's get this bucket down and start clearing some room for ramp pieces here. If I wasn't falling off the edge of the ramp here, it would help a lot, of course. Okay, that bucket is pretty much full there, but let's go ahead and finish off our scoop on the other side here. I may actually have to widen this ramp a bit, to be honest, to allow for the scale of the machine here. Okay, and we can go ahead and call that full. Probably would have been more efficient there just to unload what I scraped up along off that wall. Yep. And we have this huge machine, the frosty ground there, or the icy ground I should say, is bouncing it all over the place. Permafrost, if you like. I think I'm gonna get one more bucket into the rear of that truck there. Tight squeeze. So this ramp. Yeah, I will go ahead and widen it. I think. I didn't. Maybe it's okay. We'll see how things go. All this building, it is a little bit expensive, but we should be, you know, I would be curious to know what's the value of a full bucket of this machine, you know, of pay dirt. The majority of what we're running is pay dirt. We're not really running it to anything else right now. Of course, the more we cut into this mountain here, it looks like we're going to be getting back into a little bit of blasted rock mining. eventually need to kind of set up another bench up on the hill there, so I can drive this or reverse this truck up further. So let's break out our ramp pieces here and fix this, or make it a little bit wider I should say, rather than fix. We can put one on that side. There we go. Should be nice and quick. Maybe it's quicker to actually go from just up one side, then back down on the other. I could remember the order which my blocks are laid out here on my hot bar, or action bar I should say. May have to scrape this as we come up there with the bucket a couple times just to clear out some of this dirt here. But we're almost there on this side at least. And we can actually continue to build on up here. A bit of dirt in my way there, let me get that out of the way real quick just to finish this row here. There we go. We can go ahead and get another couple of pieces in here. Oh. There you are, and then here as well, so that will do there for now. Okay, let's see if I can go ahead here and fill in this right side and run back down along. Is this the correct piece? It is not. That was my issue. This right side is pretty well dug out here, no cleanup required, which is good obviously. And just a couple more, we should be down to the bottom here. Okay, let me get my pickaxe out here and do a little bit of cleaning there. But that's looking reasonably decent, I think. Yeah, we need to scrape it on both sides with the bucket as we're going up there, but that's no problem. Let's go ahead and do that right away actually. Get it done and out of the way a bit, so I can feel pleased with my work. Oh. It's not ideal that it's bouncing all over the place. Alright, let's get this bucket on the ground. And try to stay on the ramp. Okay, it's not actually removing that. I think I need to turn the teeth down a little bit more there as I come up. Alrighty. Straighten up, please. Can take a whole chunk out of this left side just to try and get it caught up with the rest of the digging there. Yeah, turn those teeth down. Get rid of that crap on the ground, please. Delete some of these floating pixels as we come back. And I'm more happy with the width of that ramp there now, that's for sure. It Feels a little bit more solid, a little bit more room to maneuver. Alright then, let's get this bucket scraping as we come past. There we go, that's a little bit better. Keep that momentum and straight into the stem. Let's go straight into this rock. See how much of it I can remove there without blasting. It's good penetration there, I would say. Should be a decent amount of rock in that bucket as well as the pay dirt, of course. All up in the bed of my truck there. Go ahead now and do a little bit of work here on the... Oh, I'm getting pushed back down the hill here. The bucket is stuck in the ground. Lost all the momentum. Not ideal. Come on, get up there. There we go. Nice easy scoop. Yeah, I think I'll come back up here and break the anfo out and soften up this rock. Yeah, let's jump out here real quick, break out the explosives. Stop fooling around, as it were. So we can get a little bit here from the sides and at the back here, of course. Alrighty, so let's get away and blow that. There we go. Alrighty, so I have a whole mess here to clean up, kind of. But we can also get a bit of drain out there and use that to clean up the edge of our ramp here. Have to get rid of all this overhang. Our machine is not going to reach up there, that's for sure. Alrighty, let's blast that and see how it looks. Yeah, that overhang is quite nasty there. We can use our guys super jumping to help us out a little bit here. May have to actually get up top there. Let me see if it's possible to get up on the top of this. Oh, please don't fall. Good thing this is not a thing in this game, right? Would be quite interesting if you added a survival aspect to the game also. Be quite fun. Alright, let's just get a whole bunch of drainite down here and blast the hell out of this. Because one way or another it has to go, I'm afraid. It's quite a steep slope around here. Let's see. We can get another couple of pieces down here, it would be good. The camera angle is kind of strange in that you can't look directly down or directly up, but just kind of get yourself to the side of it there, or get myself to the side of it there so I can get an angle. Alright, let's actually stay up here. If I don't get blown up. Yeah, we've a little bit more blasting to do here on this lip. Let's get rid of that real quick. Make sure that there's no floaters, and of course there is. And get that down there a little bit lower as well. Can't quite reach there. That's okay. So let's. And of course I fell. That's okay though. Seems we got the worst of it there, I would say. Let's get some more of this overhanging crap down. Can I reach that there? Just about. What about this floater? And we actually managed to get one there. Alrighty. So let's get back in our machine here. I think we need one more scoop there to fill that truck by the looks of it. Let's do a little bit of cleaning up, then get the bucket nice and low as we come up here. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's good. Getting pushed sideways. Alrighty, let's kind of come back down here and go again, as it were. Try and scrape the right here. There we go. And that's nice, not bad at all. Just thinking it was going to take a couple of trips there to clean that ramp up. Alrighty then, I think I'm gonna stick with working on this ramp here for the next hour or so. So I'll probably speed that bit up just because it's gonna take quite a while, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to stick at getting to the top of this hill today. So I will get to that. Alrighty, so I've been running the loader there for about an hour and a quarter, I would say, thereabouts, and I've been doing a bit of blasting here to clean up the sides. It's a little bit rough, but we'll go ahead and clean that up here once we reach the top or the summit of this mountain here. We made a decent amount of progress here. We're actually mining into some coal and some rock there, as well as the pay dirt, I should say. So I think I'm going to call it a day there with the work on this ramp. Like I say, I'm pretty happy with the progress there. We more than doubled it, I would say. So I have one more rock truckload here of gravel to dump down at the plant, and then we'll go ahead and get ourselves over to the warehouse and do a clean out and sell up everything that we had over there cooking in terms of the diamonds, rubies and the ignits. Now we ran a decent amount of material there, but not, you know, nothing special. About an average session's worth of material, I would say. So let's in fact run down and see how well we did. Now this is all the ores that I have down here are not just from this session. I've been running a bit of dirt through the plant previously as well. So over here in our sluice box we will have our gold. Oh, actually we did very well indeed. That's a whole lot of gold ore there. I'm not sure if I have enough smelters to actually process all this, but I'm gonna try. Bunch of rubies and diamonds. And we can go ahead and take a quick look here in the storage for our smelters and see. Yeah, so we'll let that build up for now. That's going to be a decent payday down the line here when we need us a little bit more than we currently do. Yeah, so that's going to build up there. It looks like we have quite a bit of blasted rock mining ahead of us, so we're not going to be in short supply of any of those kind of rarer ores or minerals. Let's go ahead here and jump in the 4x4 and we'll head over to the home base. Let's go ahead and take the new pass we recently created there. Why not get a little... if we make it to the new path it is, let's get a little bit of use out of it. And it's cool there that those hoppers are still processing that load. And I need to go ahead here and get myself up to this top bench to actually make it over to this pass. The little truck is struggling up the hill here. And hopefully I can line myself up with that ramp. A little bit hard there to see where it actually was. My poor road making equipment's kind of getting killed out here in the Arctic weather. This truck is just all over the place. I think I need to invest in these chain tires sooner rather than later. Let's take the crest of this hill with a bit of speed there. Oof. Get yourself back on the road, sunshine. There you go. A little bit of a crest of a hill there also. And here we go back to the home base. Alright, let's get in here and start cooking, as well as collecting all the ignits that we have processed so far. And we can just go ahead and get full stacks in all these smelters. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have room for everything that we have here. Go ahead and clear that out. We have a bunch of rubber there that we can sell as well. There's a decent amount of gold there. We actually have silicone in this one, so let's go ahead and queue up some more silicone there, so we have it all in one place for next time. A bunch of gold there that we can get rid of. A little bit of rubber there, more gold, and fill this one then with our gold ignits. What have we got here? We have a whole bunch of gold there, that's nice. It's a full stack. And we can go ahead and queue up some more full stacks. And over here let's get a couple of stacks of rubies there. We have some more small wash plants upstairs if I need those, and I'm pretty sure that I will need those. But did I grab the gold in here? I did, and I got my diamonds and rubies there. Good. Bunch of diamonds in that one. I can go ahead and cancel those. That back in my bag there. Let's get some diamonds going here, why not? Bunch of rubies. Couple of diamonds to go with it. Get the diamonds going. Try and keep full stacks of everything. We're gonna have a hell of a payday here when we're all set up with our queues here. I can go ahead and reset that stack there. Let's get our diamonds going here. There we go. And we can actually run upstairs here and make use of these overflow wash plants, let's call them. So how much ruby ore have I there? Let's get 2 stacks into this one. Couple of diamonds there we can sell. 2 more stacks of rubies here. And you can see we still have a hell of a lot of gold ore in our bags here. We're going to have to invest in some more smelters, I would imagine. We have a little bit of room up here, but perhaps we can fit one in under here. We'll see how it goes. Let's stack up whatever we can first and foremost. Well, a bunch of gold in that one, wow. Very nice indeed. Gold, a little bit of rubber there will grab us, why not? I'll have a whole lot of rubber there to start smelting if I remember to do that. Okay, so we still have over 10,000 gold ore there. We're gonna need ourselves 2 more smelters. Let's go ahead and grab 2 of those. Let's create an overflow upstairs here for those. Okay, that's the wrong thing that I bought, apparently. Yes, it is the wrong thing indeed. We'll have to sell those back at a loss, but that's okay. That's actually what I was looking for. So we can stick one here. And can we rotate you? We can, but you don't want to go where I would like you to. There we go, that will do. The click and drag doesn't want to work for me at the moment. Nice full queue on that one. Alrighty, and we still have a little bit of we have some ruby and silicone there that we need to queue up, so let's get the ruby going in here. And we'll have to invest in another smelter. We'll put that one downstairs though. There we go. And I think that's a nice little space there for it. Is it clipping the stairs? It is not. Ever so slightly there, but... Okay, we'll have to move that. I can't actually get up the stairs. So, let me see what you will look like there. It's kind of in the middle of the floor, but it's fine. No problem whatsoever. Get that silicone going there. Okay, we're gonna have 300 silicone left over and a little bit of gold ore there, but we can go ahead and sell that's what we're doing here. Okay, we're starting there. So, we have just about 2,050,000. So let's get in here and sell. Let's clean up my bags a little bit there. So we've diamonds, 763 for that. That's quite a lot. So I wasn't expecting so much. 1.75 for the rubies. Full stack of gold, almost 1.5, and another full stack. And just over 1 million there for that stack. We have a whole bunch of rubber here, 600k for that. So we're really getting back up there money wise. Just over 9 million at the moment. But we're going to be getting into some more expensive machinery here pretty shortly, I do believe. Well, we have a couple of levels to go, so that fully stacked up warehouse is definitely going to be helping us out with a bit of XP there. Over time, of course, you know, it's not a quick process, but it is stacked up there, and as long as we're logged into the game, we're going to be earning experience off of all those ignits that we're smelting for the next long time. And I can focus a bit more on mining up to the side of this hill here. Now, it has occurred to me that ramp we're building is at too less of an angle to actually reach the top of this, so I'm thinking we're going to have to build a platform soon, ramp to the side, and then kind of continue ramping up. But we'll have to figure that all. That's for the next episode or the episode after. So I'm going to leave it here. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.